Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to RSF1's Formula 3 division, coming to you live around the Hungary Grand Prix circuit, the Hungaroring, a very tight and twisty circuit, completely different from what we were at last week at Silverstone. Should be an entertaining one. We have a full grid of 20 drivers negotiating themselves around this twisty circuit, which is very difficult to overtake and has a few corners to catch you out. Even the most experienced drivers can lose it at those corners, but we'll point them out later on. I'm RSF1 Brundle, and I am joined by a new voice in the commentary box tonight. You might have known him from a few of the hot laps that we've done and the POVs of his races last season and in this season. It is Stygian. So good evening to you, Stygian.
Good evening.
How are you doing? How are you doing tonight?
Yeah, I'm doing quite well. Very looking forward to tonight's race. Obviously, with the championship fight that's going on. And yeah, well, first time in a comms box. So yeah, really looking forward to tonight.
Yeah, should be a very entertaining one. This is quite a tricky track, isn't it, Stygian? Obviously, we both had our races last night in F2.
Yeah. Yeah. Track limits in every sector. Yeah, it can be a real big pain in the ass.
Yeah, of course, and it's very difficult to overtake, isn't it? Because there's only really 2 or 3 big potential opportunities outside of turn 1 and into turn 3, and maybe turn 5 if you're brave enough. But I don't think I saw anybody last night do that. Might see it tonight though, Stygian.
Yeah, I'd say our best bet is for turns 1 and turns 3. But I've seen people go side by side through sector 2 last season, so anything can happen.
Of course, anything can happen at all. Monster Skyline is away for today, but for next week onwards, it should be himself, Monster Skyline, and Stygian going forward. You shouldn't be hearing my voice, although I'm around to jump in as always. So Stygian is now going to be your voice that you're going to regularly hear from next week onwards. What can we know about you, Stygian? Obviously, what's your favourite track? Do you have like a personal favourite driver that you follow in real life F1?
Well, obviously I'm Dutch myself, so who else to follow than Max Verstappen?
Max Verstappen.
Yeah, of course. That kind of automatically makes my favorite team Red Bull Racing. I started watching Formula 1 because of them, started playing the game because of them, so that's what actually brought me here. Yeah, favorite track? I don't really have a favorite track. I'd say Zandvoort now it's in the game, but yeah, not really a track I prefer above anything else. But tracks like Mexico or Zandvoort or Belgium I do really enjoy.
Yeah, I am personally looking forward to the first race in the Netherlands in real life. Obviously, due to what we know is around at the moment, that has not been the case. But the anticipation is now even greater.
Yeah.
For when we have our first real life race, should be an entertaining one.
I have tickets to the actual
you
event.
You have tickets?
Yeah.
Obviously, they've been put on hold until next year at some point, I guess.
Yeah. I had tickets for
crossed.
Friday. But those obviously got cancelled this year, and for next year we have tickets for the entire weekend at the track.
Nice.
So all events. Yeah, obviously hyped for the race, and obviously wanted to see Max do very well, although the Mercedes domination is, I don't see anything changing in next year.
Well, maybe by next year they would have eased off the brakes a little bit. Was he eased off the throttle? No, eased off the throttle. No, because if they eased off the brakes, then no, that's going to be different.
Let's no, yeah. Well, we have some engine freezing stuff going on, freezing the engine development for next season, but nothing major happening, no major rule changes, so.
No. Just on board one of the McLarens here. This is a new guy into the championship, I believe. NV Tacticals, who has just joined the McLaren. It's a driver that I found a few weeks ago. It's been a long time since I actually found him, and now he's in the league, so he's had to wait for a while. This is his first race, I believe, into the league.
Interesting.
Do you remember your first NV Tacticals?
Oh yeah.
McLaren there.
I do remember my first race. Actually, was at this exact track.
Oh.
Season 1. Yeah. I spun out in qualifying 3. Nearly took Camo with me, who is now in the Williams in 14th place at the moment. And I crashed in the race, but I had an amazing battle with Element Snow. I do remember that, yeah.
Dangerous Dan in the Williams, crossed the line 14.7. Camo's behind him, just finishing a lap. Well, he just started one, I think. So Camo's just on his way. What's going to be going through the mind of NV Tacticals at the moment? If you remember your first race, thoughts?
I was very nervous. Don't want to crash into anyone. Just trying to keep it clean and just settle into league racing in general. I don't know if he has been league racing before, but I guess that's something that...
I don't remember him saying he's done a league race before, so he's definitely not been in RSF1 before. First impressions are going to be everything, isn't it? He needs to have a clean race.
Exactly. So, yeah, just trying to settle in. It's most important. Oh, Caesar Wizard has spun. Sector 3.
Other than McLaren's. Oof.
Needs to get out of the way. Or
just about manages to.
Camo just went through there.
It was the Haas and I think that was a Williams that streaked through there. Yeah, that was Camo up to a 14.9 to 5th. Right, championship order going into this race after last week in Silverstone. A very entertaining race in Silverstone.
Yeah, with late safety car, huh?
Changed the championship a little bit as well, because the winner of it was Dangerous Dan. And going into the race, and he still is, but going into the race he was third behind JS Lee, and our championship leader on screen right now, Toto Wolff. Still leads the championship, but he was behind both of his chasing rivals. So Toto Wolff leads the championship 182 points. He is only 6 points ahead of JS Lee. So if JS Lee has a better result than Toto Wolff, he can leave Hungary the championship leader, which I think will be the first time he's taken the championship lead. But maybe that could be the impetus that JS Lee in the Mercedes needs. JS Lee's on 176. Even Dangerous Dan can take the lead because he's on 160 points. And I think realistically it's between these three, because if I tell you, Stygian, the guy in 4th, Sainz, is on 79 points.
Wow. So that's...
Yeah, so it is a top 3 battle, and they've been the most consistent basically throughout these first... already gone halfway, actually. We've just gone halfway.
Yeah.
The first half they've been very, very consistent and always been up there.
Yeah, obviously for championship, consistency is key. But I don't know if you remember, but last season in Division 3 we had Fiercey Dan, who led from China onwards, and he lost it in the last 2 or 3 races to Camo. So, although the gap now seems very big, that doesn't mean anyone else can win the championship.
Yeah, of course, still a long way to go. Plenty of points to happen. And we know what this game is like. Of course, the front 3 could come into issues with disconnects and things not happening. So, obviously we don't want that to happen, but you never know. Sainz is in 4th place on 79 points. Then it's Falcon on 68, who had a very good race, 2nd place last time out in Silverstone, and is looking quick around here as well. So one we want to watch. What I've been hearing for the grapevine. Then we got Maniac and Kachal both on 67 points each. Camo's on 61, so at least there is a battle for best of the rest, if you like, behind the top 3 at the moment. Then you got RSF1 Stretch on 50 points with Peppermint on 43. Quaker Oats in 39 with Ice the Best on 37. Shane, who's been picking up a good, decent results over the last couple of weeks, he's on 30 points. Oscary is on 19 with Koala 17. Connor Todd, who's recently joined back into the league, is on 14 points. Is currently in 2nd place in the qualifying so far. Laser Guns is on 13 points with Ella Evo on 11. Caesar Wizard on 6. And Junior on 0, although I believe Junior has been replaced in the driver's table by either Massa or Connor Todd, one of them. But yeah, still early days, still a lot of points on the table, as you say, Sijin, but
Yeah.
I think realistically, if any of the chasing pack, like the Sainz, Falcon, Maniac, want to catch the top 3, they got to start at some point. Might be tonight.
Yeah, they really need to start beating of them to catch up somehow if they want to, which I can imagine. Obviously, we're all racing here to win, and for nothing less.
Right, just getting these Twitch stream up because I had to go onto the championship table to look at that. We've got both Mercedes of Science and JS Lee yet to settle up, as is Maniac on board with JS Lee at the moment. Had a solid race in Silverstone, but had to recover from I think it was either a mistake during the race or difficult qualifying compared to his rivals. 7th so far should put him, I say should put him safely through, as Sainz goes to the top on a 14.3.
Wow.
Very nice lap from Sainz.
It's half a second quicker than his teammate.
Right, there we go. Stream is up on my phone. Sweet. So that leaves Maniac yet to set a time. And with 6.5 minutes to go, looks to me, staging that we've got both McLarens, both Red Bulls in the drop zone. You got Quaker Oats on the bubble. Ice the Best also on the bubble.
Yeah.
But it's very, very close in the bottom end of that top 10.
Yeah, that's it is very close. Surprised to see Ice the Best there. Shared a few front rows with him last season, but yeah, he might just made a mistake on his lap, or the grid is just very competitive.
It's weird watching these cars go around Q1 and it's sunny, because yesterday it was gloomy, wet, and it was... I don't know how you felt Q1 when it was full wet around here, but it is... You've really got to keep the car stable, don't you?
Yeah, you're really fighting the car. It's not, doesn't feel like it's working and turning as you want it, but after a few laps you get the hang of it. And at least I did some time trial wet practice just before the race, so that gave me a little bit of experience to go into that qualifying, although it dried up near the end.
Here comes RSF1 Maniac round the final corner, just about keeps it in the track limits. The car went very wide in the last corner and he kept it, and he keeps into 12th place on a 15.0. So that puts Quaker Oats now in the drop zone, but he is on another lap.
Yeah. I don't know if you noticed, but some drivers tend to run out of ERS near the end of the lap.
The only just, though, and this is the thing with ERS in this game, or I've kind of... I don't know whether you feel the same way about it, because obviously we've had to adapt to it from last game. I so prefer it from last game. Last game was just too awkward, too finicky to handle.
Yeah, much simpler this year.
Yes, much more simplified. But now the challenge is, especially as we're running our first season, as Quaker Oats is just about to finish the lap, this looks a lot better.
Yeah, P4.
A lot better, goes 4th. 14.6. Ahead of his teammate as well. Then that puts Ice the Best now in the drop zone, but he's about to begin the lap. And the challenge is now, or the thing to figure out is whether you keep hot lap on throughout all the laps. And some tracks are different, aren't they?
Yeah. For example, at Canada, I noticed you can keep hot lap on for the entire lap, but tracks like Hungary, for example, at least in hard braking zones, I go down to 0 until I get back on the traction or 4th gear somewhere there. I go back up to hot lap just to save that little bit of ERS.
So on board with Shane right now. He's in a bit of danger on a 15-1, but he's 4 tenths up on his lap. This could be a lot better. It certainly is. He goes 4th.
Yeah.
This is developing all the time. So much so that the likes of, like, I mean, look at Toto. He's down in 11th. He's only 2 tenths off of Shane, but there's 6 people in between. That's how close it is. He cannot relax.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone can relax at this point.
No, but a lot of cars in the pits now. I don't think they'll be doing a second lap. 6 to
Always come
9.
back in. 13th for him at the moment. See how Stretch is getting on. Stretch is on 16-0 and a massive lock up into turn 3 there. It's not going to help his cause. Oh, and then he's got his... Is that his teammate in front of him? It was. Just gets out the way. Stretch had a very good result last time out. 6th place in Silverstone. Benefited from a very late safety car, but still had to be there to pick up the pieces. And again, another lock up into the chicane. It's okay. Total Wolf now... Oh, why was I even worried about Total Wolf? Now gone second.
Only 9 thousandths of a second behind Sainz.
Very good. Yeah, this elimination zone, because it's 20 as well, which is great to see at this stage of the championship. We're at Hungary and we've still got 20 people turning up to these races. Because there's so many, again, you can't relax, even if you're in, like, just in the top 10 or top 15 in this case. Yeah, Stretch only goes to 19th, puts tacticals onto the back. Been validated.
Do you think he'll do another run? Oh, locks up into turn 1.
He'll have to. Oh, Caesar wears a big slide out of, I don't know what turn that is, but it's that fast right hand at the end of the middle sector. About kept it. So everyone now from 10th downwards is thinking at least they have to go on another lap.
Yeah, and
That's
I'd say because it's so close, you kind of need to do another lap just to be safe.
Yeah, Evo, Falcon, Massa, Camo, Maniac, Sparks. Ice the Best. Ice the Best is out. I think he's in the pits. Yes, he's done.
Oh,
We won't have enough time to get round again. So Ice the Best is eliminated. That's a bit of a surprise.
yeah, it is.
Oh, and oh, Blazer.
Oh,
Blazer's just gone straight off of the chicane. I'm really surprised about that. He just went through the chicane. I don't know whether he hit the curb and it just spat him off
he
into
might
the wall.
have touched the inside of the curb, the part that's a little bit higher. That can unsettle your car.
Falcon goes to 3rd. He's now safe. Oh, Caesar was
Wizard.
invalidated.
Yeah.
Wizard is done. Down to Stretch and Tacticals. Tacticals will be next, and he's a 10th down on his time. First time out in his race, and he's going to be starting 20th, I'm afraid, for Tacticals. Let's see how Stretch... Yeah, it's down to Stretch now to eliminate Little Sparks, and if he doesn't improve.
Yeah. Coming up to the chicane now where his teammate crashed. Falcon
Little Sparks is in the
goes
pits.
3rd, only 12th. Look at that top 4.
Very close. Stretch is only just down. He's trying to put everything into this lap. Camo ahead of him is on an improvement, but I think Camo's going to be safe. Yes, Camo's in, and Stretch is backed out of it.
Yeah, he has.
Wow. 4 tenths covering 13.
Wow.
What? Wow. I've seen it this close around tracks like Bahrain. Bahrain's always close to
Mm-hmm.
qualifying, and Brazil. But Hungary? Hungary and it's 4 tenths?
Wow, that is close indeed. And look at, say for example, both Haas P5 and 6, same lap time.
Well, on my screen it's mainly at 5:45 and Koala 5:46.
Oh,
So
they're both
we love this game.
what? They both are the same for me.
Wow, what an entertaining Q1. If the rest of qualifying is like that, we're going to be in for a good one.
Yeah.
That top 4 by a tenth, then the next 6 by a tenth, and then
Top 10.
geez, all the way down to Kachow in 13th.
Top 10 within 3 tenths.
Right, let's see if we can have a word of Ice the Best, because that's a bit of a surprise for me. But Ice the Best eliminated. Both Red Bulls of Blazer and Stretch are out, as are both McLarens of Caesar Wizard and NV Tacticals.
Yeah, surprised that Dangerous Dan is only P12 and Jace Lee 11th.
They might have done, although would have been brave, but they might have done a tactical thing of trying to save another pair of softs.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's the best. Bit of a surprise you down in 16th there, but how close it was. Yeah, you must have been very unlucky to be called out there. Yeah, I bet you're surprised as well to be down in 16th.
Not really.
What's your thoughts?
It's one of those tracks for me where one in about 10 laps I'll hook up a decent lap, but my best in Q1 was a 0.7, so it is disappointing knowing I could have been top 10. But start at the back, fresh tyres, trying to get into a rhythm nice and early, you never know.
Any questions from you, Stajan?
Strategy. What are you looking at? 1 stop, 2 stop.
Yeah, I'm going to probably
Starting
do
time.
hards to medium, I think.
Oh.
Hards to medium. Decent. Is that because you saw what Muddy Biscuit did? Obviously, he took those hards a very long time and yesterday in F2.
Well, before watching last night's race, I was going to do that anyway from the practice that I've done. But going to start on the hards, you never know. Safety car might throw things up a little bit. But
it's dry. It's dry then.
Yeah, it's dry for the race. So you never know.
Okay. Just want to hear your opinion as well about tier 3 as well, because 4 tenths covering 13. It's great to see how close it is. Obviously, being involved in it is probably a bit more tense, but it's great to see, isn't it? And 20 drivers as well.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, one mistake and you're out of Q1, and that's how tight the field is. You had it last season. Stidge was in there in F3 as well. You know, 1, 2, 3 temps separating top 10. It's just ridiculous, but it's good. You know, you've got to push yourself to not make these mistakes and try and get amongst the big boys in the division.
The big boys.
The big boys, yeah.
Yeah, I guess best tactic for you is to stay out of trouble in that first lap. You never know. Obviously, a safety car can obviously change everything. You can find yourself in a really good position. But if you know you had the pace, obviously you must be a little bit confident. Points possibility from where you are?
Yeah, I think in Austria I started, I think it was last in Austria, and I finished 5th, nearly got 4th, so take some comfort from that, starting from the back, that it can be done. So pace-wise, I'm pretty confident I can get top 10, but you need to avoid the trouble, don't you, and have a bit of luck like you did last night, Michael.
Luck?
Well,
I wouldn't have called it that. I wouldn't have called it that.
A few things
it
fell
was a
your
bit,
way.
yes, very, very, yes. Anything else from you, Stajan?
No, good luck in the
Thank you
race.
very much. Thank you.
All right, guys. So, yeah, get on with watching the rest of the qualifying. Good luck in the
Cheers,
race.
boys. See you in a bit.
I have no engine sounds.
Pause and unpause.
Oh, now it's loud.
Yeah. Normally solves the game. Right. Kachal on the medium tyres. We'll talk about strategy in a minute, but Kachal is about to start a lap. It gets out the way up there. Do you want to take us through your fellow Renault driver? I just realised you're commentating on a fellow Renault driver.
Yeah.
Right, take it away.
So obviously coming out of the final corner here, make sure to not invalidate your lap before you even start it. Coming down to turn 1, there's a few ways you can take it. Up the inside curb, or whatever you feel comfortable with. Now going down the second DRS straight, turning left, this corner just goes on and on. And you want to get on that throttle, but you have to be very patient. Onto the fast left-hander, many people here invalidate. The child takes it easy, but he runs a little bit too wide.
Good example, actually.
Yeah.
Carry on with Camo. Who's behind.
Where's Camo? Oh yeah.
He's just gone to turn 3, so he
Yep.
can kind of carry on from turn 5. That's how that works.
Alright, so Heat 2 coming down to the fast left-hander now. Let's see, will Camo invalidate? No, he won't, and on my screen he sets the purple fastest sector 1. Make sure to not touch the inside curb, that was close. That might spin you out. Taking this game very, very nice. Using a lot of the curbs. Yeah, going through sector 2, fast right-hander. Want to get onto the throttle nice and early. Make sure to not invalidate on the outside. And now we have 2 of about the same corners, both 180 degrees, long sweeping corners. And now make sure to have a nice exit out of the final corner. And Camo comes across the line for P6, a 118.
That was a slow lap.
That was a slow lap indeed. So
it's the usual tactic of go on softs with a very... But I don't get it because you're using a set of softs, unless you use a set from Q1, I guess.
That's what I do. I just use a set from qualifying 1, chuck in 30 laps of fuel. No ERS.
Because of the delta,
sometimes.
isn't it?
Yeah, just that somehow just gives me a good feeling that I have that delta on the top of my screen.
Oh yeah, because I've noticed that, because if it's green, it gives you like, oh, I'm going better, but then when it dips into the red, it's like, oh, kind of your momentum, like in your mind. It's you shouldn't, because obviously you need to finish the lap regardless. But
yeah, it's just something in your mind that I know my brother RSF1 double doesn't like it. He actually turns it off in the on-screen display settings, so he doesn't have it at all.
Well, in terms of strategy staging, obviously it's good for us because we've done our race.
Yeah.
And but we had a wet qualifying, so we kind of didn't really have this situation, obviously. So which is kind of at a disadvantage for these guys, because obviously sometimes, or most of the time, because we go first in the week.
Yeah.
People watch our races and see, oh, that strategy worked out, so that's what we're going to go for. These guys don't have that now, do they?
No. Yeah, I guess. Take for example Falcon. He already set a fast lap on the softs.
He can go quicker than that. Again, that's a slow lap.
Looks like most of these guys will qualify on mediums. Kachao is on a very good lap. 2 purple sectors.
He's already done 2 laps on those mediums, though.
Yeah.
Not anything.
That's a risk you want to take. I'd say I prefer to start on 2-lap old mediums than on a set of softs. In some cases, Kachao ran out of fuel. Still P8, faster than Camo.
And the problem with him is with Kachao. That's now messed up the mediums. He's not going to go through on that time, I don't think.
No.
So he now has to go on softs if he wants to go through.
But take for example F1 this week, last Saturday qualifying. Tires took what was it, like 5 laps, the softs to
Hmm.
get some heat in those tires. Um, I don't see anything of that sort happening in the game.
Yeah. Strategy though, mediums to hards, I think is the most ideal strategy. You can go softs to hards, but
Not with all tires. I'd say because
no.
yesterday I started on softs myself because I saw the difference between the two strategies was only 4 seconds. So I thought, okay, fresh set, I can make up those 4 seconds. And well, that was purely because I had a fresh set of softs to start on. But
I see.
if not, I would have started on the mediums. I would have used them in qualifying too.
God, Total Wolf Run is so close to turn 5. He was right on the limit on there as he goes through his lap on the medium tyres. Do you reckon these guys, obviously the one thing they did get from last night's race, of course there was safety cars and virtual safety cars that probably helped, but Muddy Biscuit took, I can't even remember how long the hard tyres he went
did it
for.
with me when the safety car came out, so that's lap 6. So that's 29 laps on the hard, I reckon.
Jeez.
Yeah. Although that's maybe based around his setup, you know.
Yeah. Good evening to the chat, by the way. First time I've acknowledged it as Total Wolf. Well, why was I even worried? Again, I'm slightly worried in Q1, and then he goes in the top, and it's like, oh, it's 5 minutes left. He's 13th. Nah, 15.3, fastest of the medium tyres. Bang. That's what Total Wolf does in qualifying. He's it's not the king of qualifying, but he seems to be very, very good at it.
Yeah, very
As
consistent.
Koala goes fourth.
And to my surprise, Jace Lee doesn't have a lap in yet. It's only coming out now.
Leaving it quite late, isn't he?
Mm-hmm. I guess just enough time to do
something I don't want to do.
2 back-to-back runs, just in case you mess up the first one.
Yeah. That's something in qualifying I don't want to do, because you know me, my track limits. I never leave it late. I don't want to leave it late. Like in Q3 yesterday, it got to like 2 minutes left, and I hadn't got a lap on the board, and I was like, I don't want to be in this situation because it's easy to invalidate, especially with me. So I never leave it late. Some people like it because obviously the tracks will rub it in as well, but
it was raining, and then you have to consider: do I go slow and safe, or might get kicked out because I don't want to invalidate? Do I go just pedal to the metal, or take it safe?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Evening to HL Fearless, Luke in the chat, Hippoman saw as well as a few others. Fearless saying hards to mediums works. Didn't try it yesterday, but I think it would be a good strategy. Yes, but the hards do take a long time to warm up and sort of get used to, as they are on every track, aren't they? So
Yeah.
it's definitely a gamble, the hard tyres.
Yeah, it might risk falling back early on in the race.
And of course, you can't qualify on hards
No.
at the moment. So
Wait, wasn't there a fix for that? Or
was there? I don't remember.
I thought maybe it was something with you had to leave and then rejoin, then it give you the hards. I can't remember.
Oh, Camo. Uh-oh. Come on, shake it off, Camo. Shake it off. You don't do trap limits like me. I know you drive the same car as me. It's very, very slightly going wide at the exit turn 5 there for Camo, but he's got enough time to go around again.
Mm-hmm.
Not going to help him.
Both Mercedes in the drop zone. To my surprise.
Yeah, Sainz did a slow lap, but he's on one now, and Jersley is invalidated. See what I said? See what I said? Now he's going to go again. This is pressure, because if he validates again, he's in big trouble.
Yeah, that's maybe why some people set that banker lap to have the delta, just to ease the pressure of having that delta.
Yeah, but if you go too slow, like what Camo and Sainz did.
Yeah, then your delta doesn't mean anything, like if it says +8 seconds, you know.
Well, Science goes to 4th anyway.
Yep.
15.5. You got several people on a 15.5. Toto has got a couple of tenths on the rest at the moment. I like Evo in 2nd as well. Falcon joins him. Told you it was quick around here.
Wow.
15.2. Nice. Very nice for Falcon, but it's still close. Jessley again running it very close on the end of turn 5 there.
Yeah, he has to get through. He has to get out of the drop zone.
Both fast drivers are gone. Maniac is finished in 11th. Koala is in 8th at the moment. Might not be safe. Kachal goes quickest, but he had to do it on the softs.
Yeah, his mediums were done. 3 laps.
Jessley's looking good. Through the middle sector. Shane's out as well in 10th. Hoping that he goes through, but Massa's on the softs. And you'd expect Massa to jump up. So I think Shane's in trouble.
Jace Lee's going to come across the line. Goes 4th fastest.
Never in doubt. Right, Little Sparks. See what he does. He seems to be on a better lap. Does it get him through? No. 10th and a half up, but he's got enough time to go again. Camo is in the danger zone. He's on the lap now. He's 8 tenths down first sector. I think Camo's in trouble. He's running no ERS. That's it.
Oh yeah. You know what
Fatality for Williams.
What I really wish for in the F1 games is to make a quick pit stop during qualifying.
Yeah, rather than it wheeling you into the garage and then you're like, come on, go faster.
It could save a lot of these drivers a lot of time.
Shane is out meantime in 11th. Body just out. It's again very, very close. So what have we got now? It's Massa on soft. So you expect Massa to jump up. And Massa actually is the only... Yeah, Massa on camo done. So Massa is the only person that can knock Koala out. All the rest are safe.
Yeah. Yeah, Little Sparks is on an inlet.
Oh, big slide.
Ooh.
He should still go through if he completes the lap. So maybe what Massa's doing. Maybe what Massa's doing is trying to go like a slow-ish lap on the sauce, because I feel like he could have gone better.
I'll go second.
14.7. But that does knock Koala just, and only just, by 300ths out of the qualifying session.
So that's a gap of... What's that? Like 200ths of a second? 300ths?
3.5 tenths from Falcon in 3rd to Connor Todd in 10th.
Even to Shane, still 3 tenths.
So Kachau and Mass will be starting on the soft, so key for them, Stygian, they'll have to qualify well in the top 10.
Yeah. And they have to do a good first stint. Try to build up the gap to then have a safe pit stop. And they need to hope to not get in traffic.
So eliminated out of Q2 is Koala in 11th, Shane in 12th, Camo 13th, Maniac 14th, and Little Sparks 15th. Let's see. I think who would join. Don't think Shane would join.
HRC Fearless is asking our opinion about Spa.
Opinions on Spa. See if Koala wants to join. Send him an invite. Opinions on Spa. Well, for me personally, I love the track. It's just never been kind to me, especially on an F1 game. Love it on Forza. Love it on any other game. F1, because there are so many curbs that can, like this track, there are so many curbs that can just throw you at any point.
Yeah.
It's a good racing track. I mean, I'm going to enjoy watching the races, but I'm going to be very nervous racing it.
Yeah.
Myself, especially on the first lap as well. First time for a Rouge and Radion. What about yourself?
Yeah, well, I crashed 3 races in a row in the same spot. Coming out of sector 2, going on to the back straight. Wait, is that the straight before the bus stop chicane? It's not really a straight, but whatever. You have that barrier that comes to the circuit, and I kept running wide, and I crashed into that barrier 3 races in a row. I think I had a total of 4 league races around Belgium. Only the last one I finished.
I've had a fair few around Belgium, but my worst memory from Belgium is in a league race way back. I think it was like 2013, back end of that cycle of game. I had a minute lead in that race. It was a 100% race, and there's a minute lead. Safety car with 5 laps to go.
Oh no.
Yeah. I ended up winning the race. But the worst thing about that was the safety car was a deliberate crash.
Oh no.
From someone. And that's why I personally hate when someone does it, because especially when you're leading and comfortably leading, which I was, and safety car comes out, and then you bring yourself back into that potential, or if someone late brakes behind you and taps you into a spin, and then the race is gone.
Yeah, you get a little bit anxious maybe, and that safety car comes out that late. Just afraid you'll lose the lead. Yeah, luckily for you, you kept it.
Yeah, it's all good. Only just though. Only just. I was like really frustrated. Right, into Q3 now. This top 10 shootout on board with Total Wolf at the moment. Everyone is out on a lap to set, and to be honest, Digit, I think this is anyone's. We got a fair few contenders for this.
This is going to be an intense qualifying session, to say the least. I mean, with the previous sessions we just had, the field is so close. And I think we're in for a treat. Quaker is already 73,000 behind Delta.
There's a Mercedes coming across. JS Lee goes quicker, 14.2. I think that is equal the fastest time. There's a Williams coming across on Dangerous Dan, but I think he's validated first time.
Yeah.
Mass goes
he has
15.2.
Wait, he invalidated this lap as well.
Sainz goes to second, joins his teammate on the front row. 14.4.
Next up we have, is that Falcon?
Yeah, Falcon. The potential front runners. Quite a lot of people are saying that he's quick around here. Frost in the chat saying, come on Toto. Of course he's an Alfa Romeo driver, because of course he'll be cheering on Toto. Falcon goes 14.5. Goes 4th for the moment, so the usual big hitters are at the front.
Yeah.
HL Fearless. HL Fearless, who is a Red Bull driver, is saying Sainz for pole, so that's no bias in that.
Well, he might just recognise the talent. Apart from, he just realised. He just joined the team.
Yeah, Connor goes second. I've also just realised, Digin, that there isn't a Red Bull in this top 10. So he can't cheer on anyone. So.
Yeah, Connor Todd splits the Mercedes. And most of the drivers are back in.
Yeah, Connor Todd is newly back into the lead because he was in F4 last season, didn't start the beginning of this one, and joined very late on. Was leading Austria.
Oh yeah. Before
the rain came and dropped it from the lead out of the race. He has the pace to be at the front to trouble the likes of JS Lee and Total Wolf and Dangerous Dan, but he's had the luck to come his way as well, because he was quick at Silverstone as well before I think. He might not have raced it. actually.
Oh, we'll be on the lookout for him. Well, I reckon what happened to Dangerous Dan is that sometimes when you go off track and you go very slow, you actually get an invalidation for this and next lap, even though you only
Yeah.
wanted to net through a car. So I reckon that might have happened to him.
Oh, he's running the car very wide on the curves there, leaving no room for error. He ran very close to the curb on turn 6, which is like the penultimate corner in Bahrain. You touch it, you're spinning. There's no way you're catching it, unless you have good reflexes. Here comes Dangerous Dan. Third lap on the soft tyres.
Oh, he ran out of fuel.
0. There's a banker lap though.
Yeah.
I'd say the one thing around this track staging that I remember, which it's still there, but it's not nowhere near dangerous. And it used to be a thing back in 2013 and sometimes 2014, the pit lane wall.
Oh.
Yeah, because the pit lane wall, I mean, it still is a case nowadays, but you very rarely see people do it. But it used to be a thing on 2013 especially, where you turn in for the last corner, the pit lane wall kind of stuck out a little bit more than what it does today.
Yeah.
And there was quite an easy chance that as you turn into the apex, you hit the inside pit wall if you turn in a bit too early.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you could just lose your wheel.
Yeah, you were out basically because you basically headbutt the pit lane wall. It's not a thing now because of the way the cars are. But even so.
Yeah, there's a little bit of tarmac on the inside that's supposed to act as a curb. But I guess that's why drivers will avoid it now. We have Evo starting last lap.
He was relatively near the top at Q1, wasn't he?
Yeah.
If I remember rightly.
I guess he's only doing one run now. So because if he completes this and does an inlet, you won't have enough time for a second run, and he runs wide.
Yeah. I knew as soon as he missed it, you got to hit that apex at turn 5, don't you? Because if you don't, you're going to go wide.
Yeah, exactly. You have to hit that inside curb, at least a little bit, just to make sure you don't run too wide. Otherwise, you've just turned in too late.
Here's a question: you can do 2 runs on the soft tyres around here, can't you?
Yeah, I guess so.
If you have enough fuel.
Yeah.
I think it's what Toto Wolff's doing because he's already going out with 3.5 minutes to go.
Yeah, he might have fueled up for just enough a back-to-back run, I guess. Has to watch his ERS though. Evo's coming back in. Now Quaker is also out on track.
Yeah, both Alfa Romeo, similar strategy, and you can see Toto Wolff the wide line to get the perfect run.
Yeah. Build up enough speed, as much speed as possible, starting your lap.
I think in Silverstone he qualified in 8th, if I remember rightly, Toto Wolff. It was a little bit caught out. Hit the curbs onto as he turns into turn 3, but amazingly he doesn't upset the car. It actually helped him, because it opened up the corner a little bit more.
Yeah.
Turn 5. Oh, he's
beautiful.
matched his first sector to the 1,000th. He's not even up. I just had a thing, had that plus diagonal line minus, which means he's matched his first sector identical.
We took a bit to the grass there.
Yeah, didn't hook up that corner very well. 7th gear always invalidated.
Yeah.
But he has enough time.
He does. Quaker Oats also on a fast lap.
Was he already on a lap, or was he just...
Yeah,
no,
no,
he's that far back, he's only just started. He gets on. He's very close to his teammate, actually, Quaker Oats.
He's
slightly down first sector.
Yeah. Oh, very tight to that inside curb.
Oh. Nah, lap's gone. hit that chicane a little bit too rough. Those curbs on the inside of that chicane, Stygian, use them but don't abuse them, basically.
Yeah, exactly. Same that happened to, was it the other Red Bull, not Stretch?
Mm.
If you abuse them too much, it will just launch you off the circuit. Nothing you can do at that point.
Again, dangerous Dan running very dangerously to the outside of turn 5 there. Left nothing on the table. Down in 8th at the moment, which is a bit down. Remember, this is the guy that won Silverstone last week.
Yeah, he, well, obviously invalidated his first 2 laps. So his, to say the least, banker time was on a relatively old set of softs. So let's see what he can do now.
Ted Wolf just ahead of him. Goes 14-3, goes to second. Dangerous Dan demotes him to third.
Oh, I just went on board with Jace Lee. Sets the fastest sector 2.
Was he up in his time?
I couldn't see in time. We'll have to see when he comes across the line.
Sainz is behind him as well, so here comes Jace Lee. Yeah, he's a 10.5 up. And goes 14-1, extends the gap.
Oh!
Sainz gets him, 14-0.
Wow.
Checker flag is waved. Sainz has nicked pole position initially away from his teammate from under his nose.
Dangerous Dan is done.
Oh.
Toto is done.
Here comes Kachal. Kachal's up on his time. Can he get anyone in? Oh, he goes
splits
second.
the Mercedes.
Oh. Ferrari next of Evo, his one and only lap. Can he get near the front? No, he validated that one as well. So no time on the ball for Evo.
Next
Connor is
that?
Connor's invalidated.
Yeah.
Connor's done. P6. Who's next? Dan.
He's 7/10 up, Massa is.
Massa.
Only.
Let's see. I think it's just Massa, although Toto might be on a lap. Massa goes second.
Wow. Falcon now. Oh, Falcon
close.
stays 8. That's qualifying done. Look at those gaps.
Jesus. Wow. Wow. So let's run that down. So Lee had pole for like 2 seconds. Sainz then takes it away from him. Kachal then splits the Mercedes, and then Massa goes to second.
That's
wow.
Impressive.
Sainz, I don't think he's had a pole this season, Sainz. In that Mercedes, I don't think he has. Definitely his best qualifying for a while.
Yeah, last season he was very dominant in Division 3. As fiercely down back then.
I think the surprise for me, Stygian, is Massa.
Yeah.
In second, because he hasn't really been like the name that I most remember in the top of Q1 and 2.
Yeah, exactly. Never.
Apparently, Evo invalidated a 13.9.
13.9, it would have put.
Yeah, would have. But that's how bad track limits can.
Oh yeah, he did a 13.969.
Yeah, if you leave it late as well, that's the pressure. Lovely reaction. I invited Sainz, and he says in the chat, "I'd rather get into the zone for the race, guys." Sorry.
Fair enough.
He wants this. He wants this in a slightly overcast start, Stygian. Apparently it's dry, but
yeah,
we know what this game's like.
Yeah, it actually lied to us in qualifying, so it might lie again.
Tires. It's dry tyres. And you know the 2 people that I said had to qualify well because they were starting on softs?
Second and third.
Yeah, second and third, yes.
So I guess they did.
This is going to be a close one, Stygian.
Yeah, will their advantage increase with the lower temperatures? Because those softs, they don't take so long to get up to temperature.
Possibly.
Those mediums and hards, um, they will take very long. Might not actually be on temperature after the formation lap.
Audio and picture check guys in the chat. I mean, people are still watching, so obviously I think it's fine. But just to check, there's no crackling or anything else like that.
Fearless is saying it's going to rain, but he's not in the lobby.
Is
so.
it going to rain? Is it going to rain? I think he's saying. Well, we heard from
Oh,
Eyes, and Eyes said it was dry. So
yeah, I guess it won't be raining then. But again, it has lied to us in the past.
I remember, I think it was F2 Canada last season, and I remember it because I won. But the most thing I remember from it is that it was, it would, on the TV that you obviously see before, or the iPad, whatever it is.
Yeah.
It didn't say rain, yet it rained about halfway through.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
So, and it caught off everyone, caught off absolutely everyone. Nobody had even prepared strategy for it.
No,
It was
of
just
course.
it just hit with us. Like we all got the calls. Like Jeff said, there's 10 minutes to light red. I was like, what?
Huh?
Obviously, I was very happy. I was very happy at that point, but no.
Yeah, but I mean, even Jeff. One time he says 5 minutes, then it's 10, then it's 15 to 10, then it's 15 minutes. So.
But I like that because that's like real life. Because real life, they do make mistakes.
Yeah, it is. But I mean, sometimes it just goes on for a little bit too long.
Are you one of those people that? Are you one of those people that you hear a radio call from like an engineer from a driver? It says rain in 5 minutes, rain in 5 minutes.
I
would
would prefer,
comes.
Yeah, exactly. So don't. It's annoying. I would just want the strategy change. Just say, like, in 2 laps it's raining. Strategy change. Inters for over 2 laps. Pits. I don't want to hear Jeff.
Yeah. Is it bad? Is it bad that when I saw or heard, because I was listening on the radio, in the Portuguese Grand Prix this weekend in real life, is it bad that when it started to rain and it was only a drizzle, but I was like, oh my god, this is amazing.
You were all
and
hyped
it
up.
dried up, and became normal, and Mercedes won. Anyway, formation lap. Take us away, Stygian, in this full 20 car grid.
So we have the debut of the McLaren NV Tacticals on softs, together with the Red Bull of Stretch on softs as well. The other McLaren is on medium softs, Caesar Wizards, and Lasergun also on medium. So you have McLaren, Red Bull. Then you have Ice the Best, who we interviewed. He said he will be starting on the hards, but as you can see, he is starting on the mediums.
Double bluff.
Be on the lookout for him. Lil Sparks in the Ferrari on mediums, as well as RSF1 Maniac, was pretty high up in qualifying 1, but starting in 14th now. Behind the Williams of Camo on softs. My screen has just shown me the prediction pit stop. So he'll be doing a 2-stop together with Shane in the Racing Point, pink Mercedes. Koala only one in the field, starting on hards in the Haas. Evo, who couldn't get a lap in, or actually invalidated, on mediums, and my game just froze. Oh no.
Froze as in on, or? No, you're right. Yeah, Jen? Got to carry on. There's obviously some issues going on with Stygian. Hopefully he'll be back soon. We've got Quaker in 9th, with Falcon 8th, Connor Todd 7th, Total Wolf 6th, championship leader, with Danger Stan 5th and JS Lee 4th. So the championship leaders are all together. Then you've got Kachal and Massa are both on the softs, and then Sainz are pole sitter on the medium tyres. He's focused because he did not want to join the party, which is fine by him. Give me a good camera angle, please. There we go. And we go ready for 5 red lights in the Hungarian Grand Prix. Stygian's left, so we have to get him back in shortly, but away they go for the Hungarian Grand Prix. And Connor Todd is looking up on the inside of Sainz already. You've got a 3 wide, 4 wide in the midfield. There's a racing point. It's taken out the Mercedes. It's carnage in the midfield. I don't know who that was. It was either Falcon or Shane, and obviously my timing pages are going all over the place, but carnage at the back. I think it's JS Lee. JS Lee, one of the big championship contenders, and I think there's an Alfa Romeo as well back here. Once the timing pages sorts themselves out, we'll have a look. The virtual safety car in this early stage of the race. Connor Todd is leading, and as you can see, the timing pages have just got to sort themselves out, and we'll see. Oh no, it's not Connor Todd leading. It's Connor Todd's near the back as well, so it is actually Massa who leads this. As we go once again, it is JS Lee, and I think it's Shane that he was way up on the inside and must have just mistimed his brakes. So JS Lee is right at the back and must have got damage as well. So Massa leads from Kachal, both got ahead of Sainz. So what they needed to do, because they're both on the soft tyres. Quaker Oats is 4th, Danger Stan is 5th, and it must be loving this situation because Total Wolf also got clipped, and he's down in 17th place. So frantic start, but Dan is being climbed all over the back by Connor Todd. He's going to get up to the inside, down into the first corner. Connor Todd still looking, couldn't get fully alongside. They're the contact through turn 1. Danger Stan still holding the position. Still going to have the inside for turn 3. Connor Todd going to go try and run the outside for turn 4 and gets the move done. Straight into 5th place. And JS Lee and Total Wolf, despite being hit, I think, are still in it. And there's a spin. Kachal's off. Kachal is off ahead. Who turns it? Oh, and Connor Todd as well. Connor Todd as well. Spinning. Oh, and there's contact. Oh, it's huge. Huge carnage. There's nothing the cars behind can do. Falcon's been hit. Oh, it's carnage in his first few laps. Safety car, and I'm not surprised. Oh, boy. What has happened? You alright, Stygian? Right, I'm going to invite you back. Are you already in? Where do I start with that, actually? Where do I start with that lap 1? Oh my god. Oh dear. No, not your fault, not your fault. Right. Let's take stock out of this. So who has stopped already? So Camo, Evo, Tacticals and Shane have already stopped. Connor, Stretch, Danger Stan, they're in the pits now. I don't think Danger Stan... Dan's going on hards. He's doing what Muddy Biscuit did last night, because I don't think he had damage. Oh, look at those position changes. Right, so... recap. So lap 1, I mean... down into turn 1 was absolutely mental because you had 3 wide for the lead and about 4 wide behind, and I think a racing point of must have been Shane. Well, it might have been Falcon as well. Just looked like he mistimed his brakes. Tagged JS Lee. He spun round on the spot. I think he clipped Total Wolf as well. And obviously Carnage there. And then just when I think it's all calmed down, Kachal went off at turn 6. He spun. Connor Todd then spun as well, and then the cars behind just couldn't avoid him, and well, Have you included your audio? Might need to turn your audio up a bit as well. Might want to either stop the update or pause it if it's still going. Okay, cool. Don't know what Massa's doing. He's running alongside the safety cars, doing a Hamilton's like, go faster. Yeah. Can you see the stops in the race director? Can you let me know who's pitted for damage? That must be a fair few. Ooh. Oh, on a safety car as well. Both racing points have really had trouble this early going. That's going to be a lot to sort out. I think that's the first major, first lap kind of thing from F3. I don't remember them having anything that bad in this first lap on a race. Right, so ready to go into racing once again. So those that are pitted, you got Dan on the hards, Stretch, Eva on the hards, Connor Todd, and Falcon. Although Falcon will need to pit again because of that wing damage. So those on hard staging, they could go to the end, considering what Muddy Biscuit did, but it's a bit of an ask, isn't it? Yeah, back under racing. Great, up on the inside of Sainz for second place. He caught Sainz off guard on the restart, pushing him all the way to the edge of the track. Bit off there from Quakerites. Maniac's not in his car, I don't think. See, I'm not getting notifications even. Yeah, I think Maniac's car is all over the place. Apparently there was a lot of lag. Can everyone hear Stygian? Because Hippo Man's saying he can't hear Stygian, although not everyone is mentioning it. So it could be just you, Hippo Man. Science just got pied Maniac. I definitely think there's an issue with Maniac's car at the moment. Yeah, there's a bit of lag going on, which is a shame to see. I can hear you, but it's apparently the chat gun. Whoa! It's his AI car has just been shoved out the way. Say something for the next. Say something for the next few minutes. Ooh, bit of contact between blades for Nice. The best fighting through turn 5 there. Tony Wolf was in the middle of all this, trying to recover his position. Oh, there's contact. Kachal hit the back of Blazer Guns into the chicane, caught out by his braking. Yeah, Total Wolf lunging up on the inside of Kachal. Has got Chal's really struggling that wing damage on softs as well. Going to have to be pitting soon. Meantime, Massa leads ahead of Quaker Oats, and they've got a big gap back to Saints in third, who obviously got hampered by Maniac. Maybe tick and untick the audio. Yeah. Yeah, guys, can you hear Stygian now? Right, Falcon's made 2 stops. Falcon's on the way back. Yeah, don't know what's going on at the moment, so sorry about this, guys. We'll try and keep up in the race now, as Dangerstown's made it up to 9th, but on those hard tides, but he does have wing damage, so maybe he can't go to the end, and he's in the middle of this very tight midfield, which has JS Lee also down in 10th, and Total Wolf 7th, so a chance for people chasing these front 3 in the championship to really take some points. It's a really tough race for these guys, as Evo's got up on the inside of Caesar Wizard. In the back, they're pushing him all the way to the end, and Caesar Wizard's not going to be happy about that. Camo's lunging up on the inside, although he's got a horse. It's all getting a little bit too tight back here. Caesar Wizard being clipped. He's got the horse climbing all over the back of him. Mental stuff at the moment. And Kachao is in. Well, they heard you in qualifying, so yeah. Yeah, he had wing damage under the Haas. It's anything you can do from that situation. This midfield is absolutely crazy. Got to go back up to the front because Quaker Oats has gradually. Yes, it's not the lobby settings because apparently they heard you in qualifying. So I think it's something that's happened from when you left and joined back in. Yeah, I'll do that. Right. Alright, see if we can sort this at the moment, but Massa is into the pits from the soft tyres. That leaves Quaker Oats in the lead. Bear with me, guys. There we go, restart the party, invited him back in. Hopefully that'll do things as... Oh, Evo's off! Evo's off just past turn 1. Careful. Coming back onto the track, and that's big damage for Evo. Oh, and Evo. Oh, wow. Oh, Jesus. Nearly didn't get the car stopped for turn 3 as well, and he's posted underneath. There are things wrong with this at the moment. Right. Stygian, you there? Let's hope that solved it. Right, guys, can you hear Stygian now? Right, Stygian, say like 1, 2, 3, 4, something like that. Yeah, apparently no. I don't know what it is, I'm afraid. Audio box is there, so restart the stream, maybe, guys. Yeah, I've reset it. Yep. Yep, ran the outside by Maniac. I think Jesse was recording something, but he's cost him a couple of positions. Camo now is right behind Dangerous Dan, who's still got that damage. So Camo's trying to recover from a difficult qualifying. But he's got Koala all over the back. Luke is saying restart your Xbox completely. Like, yeah, I don't know. I did that. I reset the bike before you joined back in. Yeah, so I don't know what it is. Restart the Xbox. If it doesn't work, we'll just have to leave it for tonight. See whether that works. Alright. So sorry about these technical issues, guys, as Camo's been lunged up on the inside from... Oh, moving across because he's got his teammate. They're going 3 wide. Trying to get past his teammate Jones Dan as well. Koala's trying to get past the pair of them, and he's done so. Dan, remember, is still hampered by his wing damage. So Camo's got by. Camo's going to try and get back across into turn 3. Goes wide. Dangerous Jan sticking his nose in. Maybe a little bit. Unwise. It seems to be a battle royale between the 2 Williams and the 2 Haas drivers. Camo go wide turn 5. Nearly loses the car. Yeah, all 3 championship leaders having a difficult ways. And Blazer Gun's out. Oh, surely that's another safety car. Hugely into the wall. It is. Another safety car. So the race changes once again on its head, and that is a huge disappointment for Blazer Guns. Big off. Just past the chicane. See it on board Total Wolf. That is a huge crash. Does not like that sector whatsoever. So that's going to bring everybody else back in. Quaker Oats from the lead. Pits. On the medium tyres. Sainz in second. Little Sparks also pitting. I think everyone on the medium is going to pit. That'll put Dangerous Dan into the lead potentially. But no, he's getting the gap to pit as well because he has that damage. Quaker Oats going to retain the lead now. I think he is. Just ahead of Sainz on the hard tyres. Everyone will go on to hards. People going to jump out. Massa pitted early, so he might go straight back. Or Connor pitted early. But he's on 8 lap hards, but he goes into second ahead of Sainz. So Sainz will not be happy about that one bit. Has brought Total Wolf back up to 7th as well. This race is just ridiculous right now. Absolutely ridiculous. Dan with that damage goes on to medium tyres, and he's going to come out... he's going to come out way down, 15th place. Jersley as well has also pitted. So currently we have Total Wolf in 7th. He's recovered decently so far. Safety car would have helped him, but you got Dan in 15th and Jersley 17th. Topsy-turvy race, ridiculous. But Quaker Oats still leads, and he should easily go to the end on hards now. Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, I think it's just the... Yeah. Right, guys, can you hear Stygian now? Try this one last time. It's nothing on our end. I think it's because you lagged out the lobby or disconnected from the lobby. Yeah. Apparently no. Apparently no. Do you want to... Yeah, do you want to leave it for tonight? Because I don't think we're getting anywhere with this one. Yeah, isn't this alright? Not your fault. Not your fault. Oh, restart stream. Restart stream. That's a good idea. That's a good idea. Now we've got safety car. One last thing. Alright.